What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Among the Fence. Today we're going to be talking about Korn's newest album, The Nothing. For those of you that have been living under a rock for the past 26 years, Korn is a new metal band that started around 1993 or 94, and they've been basically kings of new metal ever since. And I started listening to Korn around in I think it's the fourth album, Issues. And The Nothing is now their 13th album. And again, if you don't know anything about Korn at all, the singer, Jonathan Davis, has been through a lot of very dark, very bad, depressing, sad, abusive stuff all throughout his childhood. And basically all of his music is kind of an outlet for him to get it all out. So needless to say, a lot of Korn's music can be considered angry. His lyrics could be really sad. His vocal delivery could be very aggressive. It's a mixed bag of emotions. And to add to the mess of all the things that this guy's been through, his wife passed away last year, and it has taken a very, very, very big toll on him. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure every single song in this album is about the sadness and the emotions that he's going through with this loss. I have to say that the music in this album is perfect. It's very, very good. Like I said, this is Korn's 13th freaking album. They've been around since 93, 94. And I think all the members in the band are original. I'm pretty sure except for the drummer, at least on this album. And I mean, this sounds like a band that's been playing for 20 something years. All the music in this album fits the lyrics well. It fits the emotions that they're trying to get. That's very full, very aggressive. The guitars in this have amazing tone. The drummer is, it sounds like a Korn drummer. If you've ever heard Korn before, it's very distinct. Everything in this album is very Korn, but at the same time, it sounds like they've progressed really well. Even though I am a big Korn fan, it's been a long time since I've been able to just put on one of their albums, listen to the whole thing through, and just be absolutely amazed with it. And this album comes pretty damn close. There's only about 2 or 3 songs I don't like. Most of the songs are really good. And there's 4 songs I absolutely love. And on the song Can You Hear Me, which is probably my favorite song, I listened to it about 3 times. That song gave me goosebumps the first time through it. It probably will always continue to give me goosebumps. It comes in super melodical. The riffs in it are really good and deep and heavy. The lyrics are just absolutely deep and beautiful. And Jonathan Davis's singing on it is very emotional and also very beautiful. And it really just grips you, and it's very captivating. It's just the whole performance in that song is very captivating. And even though I said it's my favorite song, a lot of the songs are like this. And if you are a Korn fan, you're going to hear a lot of things that you're not really used to from Korn, like in the song This Loss, where there's a lot more melodic singing instead of just Jonathan Davis's harsh singing that we've all come to love and respect. His clean singing, I guess is what you would call it. It's just a different type of vocal range for him. And in the bridge, it kind of has this weird show tune kind of feel. It's really interesting. It's very different from Korn. It's a completely different element than what I'm used to hearing in any of their albums, but they did it really well, and I liked it a lot. It kind of caught me off guard at first. I wasn't sure how I felt, but 5 seconds into the bridge, I freaking loved it. And the only songs on this album that I really didn't like was probably Ringmaster and Gravity of Discomfort, probably. Those songs, they were just, I know this is going to sound really dumb, but this just a little bit too new metal-y sounding to me, which is, I guess that's dumb because Korn is a new metal band, but it was just a little bit too much for my taste. Ringmaster, it just kind of sounds like an old Korn song that we've all heard hundreds of times. There's this weird beatbox kind of thing. I'm pretty sure it sounds like somebody's just beatboxing in the background in the bridge, and it's just too new metal sound for me. I just couldn't get into it. I'm sure a lot of people love it, but it just wasn't for me. And in Gravity of Discomfort, it's kind of the same thing. It's just a very generic sounding Korn song. The lyrics, I'm sad to say, they're very deep, but they almost feel just kind of lazy. It's a song about hate, and he just kind of sings about hate, which, it gets the job done, I guess, but it just didn't do it for me. I know I just said that these songs sound very just stereotypical older Korn songs and it's just kind of overdone, but at the same time it's not really a bad thing because like in the song Cold, which is the first song on the album, it starts out with bagpipes, which is a very it's like a traditional Korn thing that they do. Jonathan Davis is Scottish. He plays bagpipes on a lot of his records. And I didn't realize that was something I came to love until I heard the intro to this album. I was just sitting here getting started. Bagpipes started coming in and I got so excited. I was like, yes, here we go. Let's do this. It's not my favorite song. It's kind of weird to say this because it's just a small section, but that is probably my favorite part on the whole album. It's just the bagpipes playing. It brought back so much nostalgia. It's so well done. And the production on the whole album sounds good. So the bagpipes just sound so clean, very ominous. It just gets you ready for things to come. And just so I can give you guys an example of what I mean by Jonathan Davis has been through a lot and it's just a sad album. Like, it is very good and I talked it up a lot, but it is very sad. Jonathan Davis wears his heart on his sleeve in this album. He lets it all out. He doesn't hold anything back. It's very raw, extremely emotional. It's probably one of the saddest albums I've ever listened to. Every song that I finished, I just had to sit there and take a second before I moved on to the next one, just because it's just so much to take in. And the album also ends on a very emotional high note. It's on the song Surrender to Failure. It comes in very ominous. It's just drums. And Jonathan Davis's voice is very raw, very emotional. It's kind of cracking a little bit. The lyrics are very deep. And just to give you an example of what I mean, in the verse of this song, he says, "Now I'm the one who never chose this. Now I'm the one who walked a narrow line. And I would do anything to bring you back to me if only God would let me turn back time. I failed." And I've heard really sad, depressing songs before about losing a loved one. And I've heard different albums that are just generally have a sad and kind of melancholy feel to them. But Jonathan Davis, like I said, just wearing his heart on his sleeve in this album, he really just takes you in and you can really just feel what he's feeling. And you feel the pain and the hurt he's going through. And even when he's singing about things about being angry and the vocals seem very aggressive, you can just feel a lot of hurt behind it. If you're a fan of heavy metal or new metal or anything kind of aggressive, even rock, I feel like you should give this album a listen. It is very good. I would kind of venture out to say that it's not my favorite Korn album, strictly due to nostalgia, but this is probably one of the best Korn albums I've ever heard. I could listen to it from start to finish, all the way through. I wouldn't skip a song. Some of them I might go back and listen to 3 or 4 times, to be honest. I mean, it's such a great album. If you're not a Korn fan, this one might end up winning you over. And based on that, if I had to rate this album, I'd give it it's a 8.1. It is really good. I would definitely give this one a listen, give it a try, listen to a couple of the singles, listen to the songs I talked about, and I'm pretty sure you'll be a fan. Alright guys, that's it for this review. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you've heard any of the songs off the album, or if you listen to the album, go ahead and let me know below in the comments what you think about it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. Let me know what your favorite song is. And if you haven't listened to it, go ahead and give it a listen. And let me know what you think. And go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know if there's an album you want me to review next. It could be new, it could be old. Anything's fair game. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the little bell icon so that way you get notified whenever I do upload new videos. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys next time. I was